Namaskar, dear devotees and friends. This Wednesday evening, we'll be reading from the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, English version, page 924, and the Bengali 1002. So let us begin with this mantra. Tabu kathamritam tapta jivanam kabibhiriritam kalmashapaham Stravana Mangalam Srimadatam Bhubi Ginanti E Bhurida Janaha. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna in a divine mood. Master Mahashay recording. It was Friday, November 6, 1885. So he was talking with, it was the day of the Kali Puja, the worship of the Divine Mother, Sri Ramakrishna's chosen idol. At about 9 o'clock in the morning, the master, clad in a new cloth, stood in the south room on the second floor of his temporary residence at Shampukur. He had asked him to offer worship to Siddheshwari at Siddheshwari in the central part of Calcutta. Tantania, yes, the place called Tantania in the central part of Calcutta, with flowers, green coconut, sugar, and other sweets. After bathing in the Ganges, Aim had offered the worship and came barefoot to Shampukur. The Tantania to Shampukur is a long way. I don't know how he could walk barefoot, but look at the devotion. When it has been offered to God and carrying the prasad, and this is the Indian tradition, the Hindu tradition, is the belief that when you are holding something holy, you should not wear any shoe. So barefoot, he walked up to Shampukur. He had brought the prasad with him. Sri Ramakrishna took off his shoes with great reverence, ate a little of the prasad and placed it on his head. Again we find these are the tradition, and from here we learn how to respect the, unless and until I am having the respect, no question of devotion. And when I am not having the devotion, not having the respect, it is of no use eating the prasad and all. Sometimes some people carelessly, they come just like a food they are taking. They will eat, they will have the taste, and no, they are not getting the benefit of the same food as prasada. Prasada is very important. And of course, it all beliefs depends on the faith and the belief. When we offer it to the God, God is not eating it as we eat through our mouth. But it says, Ma Sharadamani Devi also said that a light comes and touches all those food. And that is sanctified. That is the way the gods, they eat. So obviously, we always think, I have given this many sweets, but the same thing is remaining over there. How we will know that God has eaten it or not? Our conception, it should reduce. The 12 the sweets I gave, 2 are not there. That means God has taken. It is not like that. There's a touching through the light. To the eyes it comes, touches all that. When a person is worshipping and worshipping with devotion, it always happens. So this is the way. And here Master Mahashay, he brought the prasad, and obviously Master Mahashay himself showed the respect. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna also. He took off his shoes and then he touched that prasad. Why I am saying this? We must learn this thing. Otherwise, everything is carelessly we are doing. At the same time, we are reading the gospel and then trying to follow the path of Sri Ramakrishna, and ultimately complaining, oh no, nothing is coming, no spiritual development. These are the always alert and consciousness about what I should do and how I should do. That is also this alertness called spirituality. He also touched on his head. At the master's request, Aim had purchased 2 books of songs by Ramprasad and Kamalakanta for Dr. Sharkar. Aim, here are the books of songs by Ramprasad and Kamalakanta. Master Sri Ramakrishna. 4 songs like these on the doctor. How are you trying, O my mind, to know the nature of God? Who is there that can understand what Mother Kali is? Like this. And Sri Ramakrishna is mentioning, is this, the songs are there? And M said, yes. Sri Ramakrishna was pacing the room with aim. He had put on his slippers. In spite of his painful illness, his face beamed with joy. Sri Ramakrishna. And this song is also very good. This world is a framework of illusion. One thing, if we notice, that through songs also one can realize God, one can know God, reach to God. How? Again, devotion. And what is this devotion? What is this tapasya? When we are singing songs, and at the same time, meaning of those words that we are singing, if we are meditating on that, that is called completely transformation. What is meditation? Transformation of our thoughts. We are thinking, not the worldly things that day to day, every day that we do. We are thinking of God. The God is within our heart. He is sitting on a particular place, and then I am visualizing Him, worshipping Him, meditating, focusing on Him, becoming one. That is meditation. Those who are not objecting the God, something else, or the Omkara, or the light, something else. So this is the way we are concentrating. And actually what is happening? Thoughts are changing. And that is why we have to be very, very careful about the food. Food means it is not all the time the thing that we eat, but the words that we hear, but the sight that we see, and the touch and the smell. These are also very important. This should be purified. Otherwise, we won't be able to concentrate our mind. So Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he is mentioning the songs. When we are singing those songs and we are carrying, there are some songs, I am very much interested to listen how they are singing. Just few words, no meaning, but very famous. And what is the, I don't know why. Maybe this music, this rhythmic music is there, the people are very happy. That is one type, no problem. But those who are trying to uplift their mind, this type of songs are of no use. You can engage yourself, you can pass your time, but singing the song and at the same time elevating your mind to spiritual level, that means you have to understand the meaning of those songs. We go on chanting the mantras. A different type of stotras are there. We go on chanting, we memorize and go on chanting without understanding the meaning or concentrating on that. I don't know clearly whether that will have an effect that will take you to the higher level of spirituality. It is always the thought. So obviously, when we are singing or chanting, we are remembering God and the wonderful qualities of God, and that takes our mind higher level, and we are developing our spiritual life. The Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he is helping Dr. Sharkar, and Dr. Sharkar has the likeness for the songs. He many a times he mentioned it. So Sri Ramakrishna, an excellent teacher, he understood through the songs maybe his mind will elevate. So he asked him, Master Mahashay, to purchase 2 books. He has purchased those books, and one of the songs that is of the Ram Prasad and Kamalakanta. Both are very famous. They are tantric, but we do not know whether they practice the way the tantrics they usually do. But they are very famous for their songs. Right from the morning to the night before they go to sleep, they used to sing, they used to compose, they used to think of the mother, and the wonderful way they have expressed their views. And in one place we know some of the stories. Ramprasad was not that way a rich person. The one day his wife came and told that there is nothing in the house to eat. The Ramprasad immediately started thinking, oh, this is my duty as a husband to earn some money to support my family. I am a married person. So obviously, where he will go, he went to the mother, and went means he's thinking of mother. And then he sang a song, oh mother, give me some money. But I am not, I will never forget you. I will remember you. Even if you give me some money to maintain my family, I am giving you the word, I will remember you, pray you. I am not going to forget you as because you are giving the money. Sometimes the money takes away the mind. Dema tobildari, ami nimok haram noi shankari. That is the song in the Bengali. Tobildari, some money, some work, so that I can earn. And nimok haram means after eating something previously, that is also a great value in the Indian life still. In the villages we find, if anyone has taken some food from somebody, you will never criticize them. Rather, he will be always by their side because I have taken something from them and that I am surviving because of that food. Obviously, I should never go against them. This is the characteristics of human. Kritagyata, that I'll never forget, I should never forget if anyone has helped me. Now we are losing these values in the term of modernity. So, oh, this is okay, he is giving this, what is there, I have paid, like this, everything casual. So much of suffering. If there is no values, the mind will go down and down to the body level, and we go to the animal level. We eat, and then one day we die, in between sometimes joy, sometimes suffering. Everyone is passing through that. Only a handful, they will understand this. The Sri Ramakrishna, what is his mission? To elevate people to that level where they will find joy and fearlessness. I am not going to lose anything. The body, it will die, whether I like it or not, whether I surround by all the best doctors of the world. Knowing this, why should I have to cry? Whatever is necessary, I should do, but that much. So that is the way if we think. But thinking of God constantly. The Sri Ramakrishna is mentioning this. And this song is also very good. This word is the framework of illusion. That is the translation. The Master Masha, yes, sir. Suddenly Sri Ramakrishna gave a start. He put aside his slippers and stood still. He was in deep samadhi. It was the day of the Divine Mother's worship. Was that why he frequently went into samadhi? After a long while, he sighed and restrained his emotion as if with great difficulty. It was about 10 o'clock. Sri Ramakrishna was seated on his bed, leaning against the pillow. The devotees sat around him. Ram, Rakhal, Niranjan, Kalipada, M, the Master Mashay, and many others were present. Sri Ramakrishna was talking about his nephew Hriday. This is the very special characteristics of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. When we read the life of other avatars and other saints, the highly spiritual, the personalities, we never find these things. They're keeping their mind away and then avoiding the people and all the day-to-day work, so that they can keep their mind all the time on a spiritual level. But Sri Ramakrishna is absolutely different. He is talking normally, just like any other person, whether he has taken food or not, why he is not visiting, what they are doing, this, that, everything. At the same time, suddenly, as the Master Maharshi mentioned, he just put off his slippers and then stood and went into Samadhi. It was so natural for him going into Samadhi. Once in a lifetime only people they go, and then, as the Yoga Shastra it says, they fall as because they forget their body, they forget to eat, forget to drink, forget to maintain his body. Within 21 days they die. And Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said that they die like a dry leaf in the tree, because they are not at all interested in the body and the world, so natural. But here we find the Sri Ramakrishna, he is now and then going to that divine condition and again coming back and behaving so normally. We can imagine why Swami Vivekananda mentioned avatara parishtaya. This is the reason. It is absent in any other. Whoever came before Sri Ramakrishna, we never found like that. Avatara Barishtaya is the greatest among all the avatars. It is not that criticizing others, Britishers, no. A special condition. It was necessary for the present day, that it was necessary. Always on the high level, present day people, in the yuga that we are surviving, we are living, is the Kali Yuga. And the speciality of the Kali Yuga is body consciousness, too much. Even a 5 years old child will also be very conscious about his or her body, dressing, and like this, like that. We all know the present day world. Everybody wants that I should be known by the others and taking in the camera and sending it to the society, sending out many of them there, just reporting everything false, only to get some popularity. Oh, my video has been viewed by 1,000 people, 10,000 people. You don't know them. Those who have watched it, what is that to you? But maybe I heard they get some money if it is that much. But for that, they go to any extent. No shame, no nothing. They go to any extent. So that shows the Kali Yuga. And we think it is modern. We are all like this. Everybody can do that. Is that modernity? I don't know. So here, when we read the scripture, there are two different pictures, one physical and the spiritual. The moment we come down to the physical level, we become gross, very just eating food, talking about others, and that much. Not much difference than other the beings. But when it goes upward, when I am alone in the realm of the light and happiness, so Sri Ramakrishna taking us again and again, reminds us again and again, by enacting in that way, he is that goddess Kali. And what is that? We may afterwards try to discuss the goddess Kali. Sri Ramakrishna talking about the Hridaya. Hridaya Ram, his nephew, friends, we have to remember, is a relative of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, of the same family, first. Second, Hridaya Ram served Sri Ramakrishna for a long period of time. Again, even then, living with the living God, his mind was not changed. So Hridaya Ram is even now clamoring for land. He said to me one day while he was living with me at Dakshineshwar, give me a shawl or I will show you. Then he wanted a shawl, otherwise I will leave you or I'll just tell people or go to court like that. Why? Because aristocratic people, they used to keep the shawl like this, as I am keeping like this, and now they used to, all the aristocratic Bengalis, if you see the 18th century, 19th century, the Bengali photos, all are having a shawl. So that was the symbol of the aristocracy. So he used to keep like that. So, and now we are not that way. We are of course aristocrat, but not in the sense that they say. And this is he wanted that. Sri Ramakrishna suddenly he was in the realm of the Kali, and in the high spiritual came down and talking just like normal people. He was living with me in Dakshinesha. The Divine Mother removed him from Dakshinesha. Friends, this is the word we should remember. When we are in an ashrama or in the company of a holy man and having in the moment you are, if he or she is a famous, people know, and you are with him, naturally you are also busking in the reflected glory. People will be contacting you, asking you, and slowly, slowly, ego comes. And Hidai was not an ordinary person. He was in the family of that Bhagavan. At the same time, he was serving him. His words, when he used to talk to the people, every day he used to listen to that. But no change came in him. Afterwards, of course, he came. So why is Sri Ramakrishna mentioning this? To make us aware about it. Many of the times I have seen the Swamis, when they were brahmacharis, they were novices, and they were growing up, they were very humble. When slowly, slowly they learn many things and then get a position, then they start giving the talks, and they start talking in such a way that is creating problem for the society. Not only that, for the organization also. We must be very careful. Because of the organization, we are getting all this opportunity. And what is our duty? Only to make people aware about their divine nature. As Swami Vivekananda has said, we, the Ramakrishna mission, I am just talking about them, I don't know others, but the Ramakrishna mission monks and brahmacharis, the monastics, and also the Sharada missions, the women wing, so we must be very, very aware. What is our duty? Only to make people aware about their divine nature. But sometimes I start thinking about the society, then I take a side of some group, then I directly, indirectly start propagating. I am ruining myself. That is not my job. So we have to understand that. I am in the company of Sri Ramakrishna. I am in the ashrama of Sri Ramakrishna. And everything that we are doing for him, friends, this is really, really tapasya, alertness. What is my duty? This I am doing, that much. Can I change the whole world? No. Some of the people who followed Swami Vivekananda, and they were like our sister Nivedita, and as because she wanted to help the freedom movement, she was there, involved directly. The then president, the mind-born son of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, Swami Brahmananda, asked him, sister, either this or that. She told, I think I should work for that. Because Swami Vivekananda wanted the freedom of the country. So she dedicated her life for helping the freedom movement. She used to write, she used to help them. There is nothing wrong, good. But she declared, and she told, I have no connection with the monastic order. Otherwise, that comes on the monastic. Political people, they will be very angry. And if they are, we cannot fight with them. It's like going into to fight on the street. It is not possible for us, and that is not our job. That we have to understand. Our sadhana to make people divine. They should fight. Yes, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna also said through the story. You have to hiss. For the monks, they should not bite, but those people in the world, of course, they have the right to protect themselves. They should take their decision, they should fight, and we should encourage, as Swami Vivekananda encouraged the then Indian people to fight against the Britishers to get back their complete freedom. Freedom, freedom, freedom. Freedom is the first condition of growth. To whom to vote and which party is that is not our business. They are intelligent enough, sufficient. We need not to involve in that. Otherwise, we lose our monastic discipline. As a monastic, I am taking the vow of same-sightedness. I cannot say like that. I can tell people, be careful about the good and bad. You should judge what is good and what is bad. That is okay. So these are the things. By telling this, Hridaya is even now clamoring for land. So he is with me and Sri Ramakrishna as a complete renunciation. Hridaya never learned that. He was calculating, so many people are coming to Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, they are all rich people. If I can get a connection with them, then one day I will get some money from them, some favor. Then I will go and purchase the land. Why you have to think like that? First place, those rich people, those who are having the wealth and they are not happy. So they are coming to a person, a spiritual personality who is not having anything. Why they are coming? The Sri Ramakrishna was not having any the college certificate, university certificate, or not having the money. He was not at all wealthy. Then why they were coming? Who are having the education, having the wealth established in the society, where they are coming? Because they are missing one thing, that is the happiness. They are not happy at all. Even with those things, shall we not learn this? This is the one thing we should. Sri Ramakrishna's disciple, Raja Maharaj, we call him lovingly, Swami Brahmananda. He, one day, when Swami was there, he was maintaining our ashrama. He found that a rich man is coming, so he came to tell the Maharaj, they are coming, they may give donation, we have to handle them properly and all that. Immediately he reminded, they are now learning to renounce coming in under our influence. Now, shall we learn under their influence to go and beg? We have to depend on God. If God gives, it is okay. If doesn't give, it is okay. We don't bother. Who gave tell us that you have to make a huge temple and then this, that? Anybody? Nobody said that. If God wills, it will be. If not, it's okay. So we cannot go and all the time fold hands with the people, rich people, powerful people. We should not. So first thing, whatever is happening in the society, it is constantly changing. We as a monastic should not involve into that. In the political level, constantly scenarios are changing. We are not supposed to involve into that. Our goal, Atmana Moksha, Jagat Hita. How we can do that? That is what Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is mentioning. Divine Mother removed him from Dakshinesha. He pestered the visitors for money. Can you imagine? He pestered the visitors for money. If he had stayed with me, all these people could not have come. That is why the mother removed him. Then he is mentioning about another person. Master Mahashaya has given only one letter, R. Also began to act that way. He became querulous. When he was asked to accompany me in a carriage, he would hold back. He would be annoyed if the other youngsters came to me. If I went to Calcutta to see them, he would say, "Why should you bother about them? Will they renounce the world?" If I wanted to offer refreshment to the other young boys, I would be afraid of R. Look at it. These things happens in our life, in our ashrama, in all this time. It happened in the Ramakrishna also. And the God is mentioning it to learn from. So we must be very, very, very careful. And they say to him, "Take some yourself and then give it to them." Sri Ramakrishna used to manage in that way. He used to say that, "Boy, take fast and then give it to others." I came to know that he would not stay with me. Thereupon I said to the Divine Mother, "Mother, don't remove him altogether like Hriday." Hridayaram's, his karma phala was too bad. So Sri Ramakrishna never prayed for Hridayaram. But for the other boy, he prayed to the Divine Mother and said, "Don't remove him as Hriday." Then I came to know that he was going to Brindavan. If R had stayed with me at that time, all these youngsters could not have mixed with me. He left for Brindavan, and these young boys began to visit me frequently. Look at it. And those almost in every place you will find why. Anything when you are trying to grab is called samsara. Is the mentality of the samsari. Oh, this Swami I am serving, I should serve only, and no one else. It is also samsara. I love him and I should take care of him. And if anybody is coming to help, I should see that everything is okay with him, but from distance. Not that I'll say, "Hey, this is not this is not that, you should not do this, you should not do that." Never. That is why Swami Vivekananda again and again said, "Be like Hanumana." If you really like to get the benefit of spirituality through the service, then these are the great teachings Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna today is giving to us. We have seen it, we have noticed it in many places. So one should be very, very careful. If somebody comes and says, "I like to cook and offer," okay, no problem. But you talk to the person to whom he or she is going to offer. These are the things happening. Is it okay? Then it's okay, please. Then you help. How to cook and what are the things are necessary. No problem for me. So this is the way one should think. Otherwise, it's so difficult to stay in the ashrama. All through the life they will be in the ashrama. Not only the devotees, but also the monastics. Even after spending the whole life, they could not gain anything. No satisfaction, no happiness, all the time jealousy, all the time anger. Then what is the benefit? So this is the way Sri Ramakrishna is mentioning. That young boy, humbly, "Sir, that was not really in my mind." Rama to R. Rama means that devotee, senior devotee, to that young boy. "Do you think you understand your mind as well as he understands it?" Again, see the senior devotee very nicely correcting that young boy. Sri Ramakrishna understands your mind much better way than you. R remained silent. Master Mashay to R. "Why should you feel that way? I love you more than a father loves his son. Now please keep quiet. You no longer have that attitude." After a time, the devotees went to another room. Sri Ramakrishna sent for R and said to him, "Did you mind what I said?" R. "No, sir." Sri Ramakrishna said to him, "It is the day of the Kali Puja. It is good to make some arrangements for the worship. Please speak to the devotees about it." M went to the drawing room and told the devotees what Master had said. Kalipada and others busied themselves with arrangements. About 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Dr. Sharkar arrived, accompanied by Professor Nilmani. The doctor listened to the report of the illness and prescribed medicine. Sri Ramakrishna said to him, "These two books have been purchased for you." Aim handed him the books. The doctor wanted to hear some songs. At the master's bidding, Aim and another devotee sang. Master Mahashay, he was very shy, and so naturally he was to avoid that. But when the doctor said, "I like to listen to some songs," look at it. So Sri Ramakrishna, he understood the psychology of the doctor. So he is helping the doctor through the songs. The moment he said, he asked the Aim to sing. Aim, the shy person, but he knew how to sing. So he and another person sang, and they were singing many songs. And afterwards, Dr. Sarkar said to Girish, "That song of yours is very nice, the one about the Bina in the life of Buddha." At a hint from the master, Girish and Kalipada sang together. Girish, of course, he was a composer and singer, the dramatist. He was many talents were there. He has a very good voice also. And the Kalipada also was a very good singer, and acting capacity he was having. So this Kalipada, there was another Kali Prasanna, and he was Dana Kali, people used to call him. Dana Kali means his behavior was like a devil. He used to drink all the time and fighting with people and not looking after his family, the drunkard. So people, they were really afraid of him. Then one day, his wife came to Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna and said, "Can you please help me? Because his mind is all the time like this, when in a family, what to do?" And in those days, once you are married, no question of divorce. After death only you are, otherwise no. So the wives, whatever happened, they won't leave the family. So she wanted secretly to rectify through the power of God. And Sri Ramakrishna said, "I don't do that." But immediately he sent her to the mother, Divine Mother. There is a lady, she also do a lot of meditation. She must be having some power. You can take her blessings. Mother understood. The mother told, "See, I am at his feet. I am meditating on him and begging for the favor. You better go to him." Again the lady came to Sri Ramakrishna. And Sri Ramakrishna, like the young mind, he got, "Oh, this is the fun." Again sent her back to the mother. Mother also requested the lady to come to Sri Ramakrishna 2-3 times. But the Kalipada's wife, she never gave up. And she never became angry. And that my mother, Ma Sharadamani Devi, liked. Her great devotion and faith that if Sri Ramakrishna or Ma Sharada bless, then her husband will be all right, can overcome all the bad habits that he is having. Ultimately, mother gave her something, maybe flower, and with the prayer, and that person became very good afterwards. And he, as we have read, long back we read, and he became a recruiting officer of a company, and he became so devoted to Sri Ramakrishna. In those days, you can understand, so they used to recruit people, and in Bombay, in other places. One of the questions in the interview was, "Have you heard the Sri Ramakrishna?" In those days, Sri Ramakrishna was completely unknown, but at the same time, educated people, they knew him. If you say yes, you get the job. So that was the way. So he became very famous. And naturally, people, and once you get a job, you also discuss about with others. They understood that his weakness is Sri Ramakrishna. So they started inquiring about Sri Ramakrishna, reading about him. And any interview, they will be talking about Sri Ramakrishna and about his life, some of the sayings, but you will get the job. So people understood that if you need not to bother about any other questions. If you can answer Sri Ramakrishna related question, you get the job. So he became so devoted and so good. All his bad habits went away. So that is the reason Sri Ramakrishna could do anything and everything. The Sri Ramakrishna is now, the songs are going on. Listening to those songs, 2 or 3 of the devotees, among them Mahindra and Latu, went into spiritual mood. Latu was seated in Niranjan's side. When the singing was over, Sri Ramakrishna spoke with the doctor. The previous day, Dr. Pratap Majumdar had prescribed Naks Bhomika for the master. Dr. Sharkar was annoyed to hear of it. Naks Bhomika is not the that is what's called another way for the treatment. So obviously the doctor never liked another medicine prescribing by another doctor. The doctor, to give him Naks Bhomika, why? I am not dead yet. I am here. I am treating you. Why should you go to another doctor? That was this way. Master smiling, why should you die? God forbid, may your avidya die. Now again, the Dr. Sharkar, he was not understanding. See, he was new. So obviously, what is this avidya? He thought the avidya means the wife, and not actually the married wife, a related wife. Sometimes the people, those who were rich people, has to keep some ladies, so not wives, but they used to keep like that, relation. So avidya, they used to keep like that. So master's man said, let your avidya die. Doctor, I never have any avidya. So not that any relation like that. Dr. Sharkar understood avidya to mean mistress. Master smiling, oh no, I don't mean that. In the case of a sannyasi, his mother, avidya, ignorance, dies, giving birth to a child, viveka, discrimination. It is in the song, so Sri Ramakrishna was referring. Dr. Sharkar was not connected, so he was not understanding. Hariballabh arrived. Sri Ramakrishna said, I feel very happy when I see you. Hariballabh was a man of many nature, humble nature. Hariballabh was a man of very humble nature. He sat on the bare floor and not on the mat. He began to fan the master, Sri Ramakrishna. He was the government lawyer at Kotak. See, in those days, the people who used to visit Sri Ramakrishna was in a high positions. And though they are in those days, you can imagine an Indian, he is the government leader in the Kotak. It was the British rule. So obviously government means the British government. And an Indian getting a job like that, it was a great achievement. But he was so humble. The professor Nilmani sat near them. Sri Ramakrishna did not want to offend him. Casting his glance on the professor, he said, oh, what a grand day it is for me. Because he is giving attention to that gentleman, Hariballabh, who was the lawyer of the government in Cuttack. And Sri Ramakrishna noticed him and need not. So, what is a great day? You are also here. It was the dark night of the new moon. At 7 o'clock, the devotees make arrangements for the worship of Kali in Sri Ramakrishna's room on the second floor. Flowers, sandal paste, villa leaves, red hibiscus, rice pudding, and various sweets and other articles of worship are placed in front of Sri Ramakrishna. The devotees are sitting around him. There are present among them Sharat, Shashi. Sharat and Shashi, both of them, they became sannyasi afterwards. Ram, Girish, and Chunilal, M. Master Mahasaya, Rakhal, Niranjan, and the younger Naren, most of them afterwards became sannyasi. Sharat Maharaj, Shashi Maharaj, then Rakhal Maharaj, Niranjan Maharaj, they all became the sannyasi. Sri Ramakrishna asked a devotee to bring some incense. A few minutes later, he offered all the articles to the Divine Mother. M is seated close to him. Looking at him, he says to the devotee, "Meditate a little." The devotees close their eyes. Presently, Girish offers a garland of flowers at Sri Ramakrishna's feet. Aim offers flowers and sandal paste. Rakhal, Ram, and other devotees follow him. They were worshipping goddess Kali. And Sri Ramakrishna himself offered a little. But these devotees, they offered these to Sri Ramakrishna. Niranjan offers a flower at Sri Ramakrishna's feet, crying, "Brahma Moyi, Brahma Moyi." Brahma Moyi, Brahma Moyi means in the female form of the Brahma, that means the mother Kali, and prostrate himself before him, touching the master's feet with his head. The devotees cried out, "Jai Ma, Jai, hail to the mother." In the twinkling of an eye, Sri Ramakrishna goes into deep samadhi. An amazing transformation takes place in the Sri Ramakrishna before the very eyes of the devotees. His face shines with a heavenly light. His two hands are raised in the posture of granting boon and giving assurance to the devotees. It is the posture one sees in the image of Divine Mother. When you see the image of the Divine Mother, the right hand side, one hand showing the Abhaya, another hand, the next below, is showing the Bara. Bara and Abhaya, these are the two. Bara means whatever you ask, pray, it will be granted. And Abhaya, you need not to be worried about of anything. I, your mother, will protect you. The Sri Ramakrishna's both the hands, it was showing that posture. That means he was transformed into Goddess Kali. His body is motionless. He has no consciousness of the outer world. He sits facing the north. Is the Divine Mother of the universe manifesting herself through his person? Speechless with wonder, the devotees look intently at Sri Ramakrishna, who appears to them to be the embodiment of the Divine Mother herself. This Ma, Kali, and Sri Ramakrishna. Ma Kali, as the Hindus, they consider the Hindu goddess considered as the Shakti, and Shakti of the Shiva. Now, in the Veda, it says it is the Brahman and its Shakti. The Brahman is the knowledge, and the Shakti is Brahman's Shakti, Brahman's power is using for the creation. And this Shakti is known as Maya, as sometimes other philosophers they say as a Prakriti. And this Maya or the Shakti or the Brahman, it is manifesting through three different power, like the Sattva, Raja, and Tama, and utilizing other two power, like concealing the truth and superimposing something else on the truth. So this is the whole of Vedanta. Tantra says it is the Mother Divine who is nothing but the Shiva himself, but Shiva being the Sattva Guni, that's why Shiva is white color. White is the color of symbol of Sattva. He has the knowledge, but is not manifesting that knowledge. To manifest that knowledge, the power, in action, it is that same Shiva takes the form of Goddess Kali. And the Goddess Kali is a mixture of three, white, red, and black. That means Sattva, Raja, Tama, all three are working. So she is creating, she is sustaining, she is again taking it back, the creation. So this is the power of the God. And the very in Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna's, one of the devotees, he has composed a beautiful stotra, Parabrahma Parashakti Jagat Rupa Ramakrishna. Parabrahma is the supreme consciousness. Parashakti, again that consciousness when active in action is Parashakti. Para means highest. Beyond that, above that, nothing. So Parashakti, the power. And what happens? Jagat, the creation. And what is that again? Same thing, same Ramakrishna. So they are singing the Parabrahma, that is also Ramakrishna. Parashakti, the power, that is also Ramakrishna. And the manifestation that we see all around is nothing but Ramakrishna. The Parabrahma Parashakti Jagat Rupa Ramakrishna. Dharma Rakshanaya Jagati. Now, to protect the righteousness, you have taken that form. Now, in the Kali form, we see the Kali is having the human skull as the garland. That if you count, it is 50. 50 because the 16 vowels and 34 consonants, these are the 50. The people, those who do not know, may be making more or less, but according to the scripture, if they are making that particular image, it must be 50 heads. And that is why one of the tantric, again, he mentioned Kali Panchashata Barni, Barne Barne Prakash Kare. So we are afraid of Goddess Kali, and wrongly the movies, they show wherever there is a black magic and something slaughtering, this, that, Goddess Kali. Not at all. Shakti doesn't mean the physical, it is the spiritual level. And the spiritual level then comes in intellectual level. Third comes the physical level. All Shakti. But first is the spiritual level and then comes the intellectual level. And we see that intellectual level Shakti, the garland of the human skull. Of course, we could say, why human skull? Because if you look at the human, the most powerful, the place of the human body is the head. It is cognizing, it is thinking, it is taking the decision. So human head is the main, human brain is the main. So that is why, that is the power. The Mother Kali, to show the power, she is the goddess of power. It is, of course, the physical, but not the way we think. It is the intellectual power, spiritual power. So she is keeping the garland of human heads, indication, the Hinduism, the symbolic, indication she is the source of knowledge, and knowledge is power. And also, after the knowledge, if you have the knowledge, you have to transmit it into action. That's why she is covering her body with the human hands again, that is hanging from her waist. Why? Again the symbol, only knowledge cannot create. So you have to act. Hand is the symbol of action. So this wonderful way they depicted Mother Kali. Unfortunately, some people not understanding this, so it went into the dacoits, they used to worship the Kali, and then as maximum way they will be making, showing that so tremendous form of Goddess Kali. It is nothing like that. No one, you need not to be afraid of Kali at all. In many of the talks I have mentioned in America, I never saw Goddess Kali in the Hindu temples. Because the Hindu temples, those who are making the Hindu temple are not aware of Kali, and their Kali in the very ferocious form. It is nothing like that. Sri Ramakrishna is Kali. And Sri Ramakrishna is knowledge and action, and also we can say the production of that action, which we think this world. And that is the whole thing. Sometimes some people, they come and say, Sri Ramakrishna used to worship Kali. So why you have not kept the goddess Kali? See, this story that just now we read in the page 922 of the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna by Swami Nikhilananda, it gives the hint, it gives the idea. We need not to give a separate. He himself was the Kali. And this goddess Kali is the power of God, is the knowledge of God. So obviously, anyone having that is Kali. So thank you, friends. Today, it is wonderful that Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna who appears to them to be the embodiment of the Divine Mother herself. We stop over here and thank you. Any question is there?
Yes, madam. So the first question is from KK. He is asking how far should a person wanting enlightenment get entangled with society? Should the person be indifferent to the suffering of the society or get involved with no thought on the consequence, good or bad?
So you have given the answer to your question, that no question of without any thought jumping into the action. No, you must be intelligent enough. What I am talking about, when we are taking the vow of the monasticism, it is not the other people. Householders, of course, you have to take the proper action, whatever way possible for you. But the monastics, the sannyasins, those who have taken the vow of non-violence, and also the vows, we are touching the fire and with the Ganga water in front of my Guru, in front of the Ishta Devata, we take the vows that I am not going to see difference in people. My family, my father, my mother, no, not at all. They are also as I am thinking of the other devotees, that's all. If I am attached to my father, to my mother, then my sister's sons, I am carrying him on my shoulder. Okay, I don't know. But what I have understood, a sannyasi must have a love for them, sympathy for them, prayer for them, but no attachment for them. And if you are having those things, and if we are dividing in the society, these are the people I am going to support and these are the people not, then it will be, you are losing the promises, you are breaking the promises that you have taken of the, that Swami Vivekananda used to sing, the samadarashitva, the same-sightedness, the equal way. That is not my, anyone bad, I am little away from him and pray for his goodness to God, that's all, from distance. Any good person, whoever he may be, whether he speaks in my language or is my religion or culture, it doesn't matter at all. I pray for him. I become friendly with the good people. Wherever we are, Bhuvanatrayam, that is the way. For the not the samsaris, I was talking about the sannyasins. Their swadharma is to practice the high moral values and spirituality and to help people to generate that, manifest that. That's all. Thank you.
Next question is from YouTube KAI. Why did some people remain unchanged in spite of staying near Sri Ramakrishna? Was it due to their past sanskaras? Can one overcome past sanskara and the destiny created by past karma?
Yes, it's a very good question. Even we are going to the holy places, living with a holy personality means God Himself in the human form. Even then, if we are not aware about that personality and praying to Him, trying my best to improve my all weaknesses, eradicate all those bad thoughts, I am not going anywhere. So that is the proof in the life of Hridayaram. Of course, Hridayaram afterwards he changed. Sri Ramakrishna also went and blessed him. As long as he was with Sri Ramakrishna, he used to get attention of the high-level societies of the then Calcutta. So he used to think that he is the person. He used to go with the Sri Ramakrishna, and then people used to talk to him and he became the private secretary, then he used to think that, oh, I am. And that is the reason Sri Ramakrishna said, Mother, Divine Mother, removed him, took him away. When he was away from him, then he realized he is nothing. That is the very important thing, very important thing. The one of the Swamiji, I know, these are the practical another examples. He was so influential that he could talk to a D-Day Prime Minister, very influential Prime Minister, personality like the Indira Gandhi. As because he was a monk of the Ramakrishna mission, he was in charge of a huge center looking after many good things. Then slowly, slowly he started thinking that he is the personality the Prime Minister and others they are actually talking to. Then he left the order. He was nowhere. No one picked up his phone, no one talked to him, he was nowhere. Ultimately, it was good that some people gave him a small place to stay. He passed away there, almost unknown. So these we have seen. And we hear about the Hridayaram, read about the Hridayaram. It shows that you have to try to become good, and you have to be humble, and you have to be thankful to the God that God has given you this opportunity. And you improve in spiritual life, you get the blessings, and all your past karma, bad karma will be removed. Thank you.
Samir Kumar De is asking whether a serious appeal through rigorous praying before the Almighty can it reverse the destiny of one's fate?
Of course, as they call in Bengali, Kapal Mochan. That means anything that is there written, the people usually show in India, they show it is written over here. That means on the forehead, and then forehead means your karma phala. But anything and everything is possible for that supreme power. So if we go and say, I am sorry, I will never repeat it, I won't do it, then obviously even our fathers, they are also forgiving, parents are also forgiving, judges also in the high courts and other, they also say, if you are not repeating it, okay. And why God won't do? God is the kindest person. He's in my soul. If I say that whatever I did, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do it again, and you are trying, all those bad things will go away, good things will come. And what is mind? Mind is whatever the wave passed through mind. If the selfishness, cruelty, and all that comes, that is bad. Then if I am sure that I have to overcome it, I go and pray to the Mother regularly and try. I get up morning and take the bath and then sit for meditation and then pray and try to do good. And whenever the bad thoughts, the wrong thoughts are coming to my mind, I am taking refuge to God and pray, please, please remove these. It will be all right. After a few days, few months, try, you will find all your this bad work will go away. So have complete faith and pray to God. Whatever I have done, I'm sorry for that. And now, please give me the mercy and give me your blessings so that I can become pure and go to you at the moment of at the end of my life, the last moment. Please come to me, take my hand and take to your place. God will listen. That is exactly what Ma Sharada Mani Devi said. Thank you.
YouTube user SM is asking when the grace of God comes, when will the grace of God come as wind? When we are tired of rowing or bored, how to keep our mind fortitude to stay on the path of spirituality or not become mechanical?
See, there is nothing mechanical. So whatever, even if somebody is forcing you to take the name of God, that will also purify your mind. It is in the Bhagavata it says, and in the Kathamrita, in the mother's teaching, it is always there. If you are eating a sweet cake, from the right side or from the left side or from the top or from the bottom, is always sweet. In whatever way you eat, it will be like that. And sometimes it is said, if someone is pushing you to a pond and you fall in the water and come up, you are bathed actually. Whether you are going to the water knowingly and willingly, that is also, and if somebody pushes you, that is also, you will make the same effect. So do not give up the name of God. Rather, I always say, and as I have heard our seniors, they say, have a relation with God and fight with God. What is this that you are giving me all the time failure, all the time this torture, all the time this suffering? What have I done? Whatever I have done, it is because you have given me that buddhi, the all wrong the intellect that we gave, you gave. Now it is your responsibility to make me happy and give me. So we can develop that relation. Hinduism allows you to make a personal relation with God. Ishta bhakti, ishta nishta. You need not to be afraid. You can talk to Mother, talk to Thakur, that it is your responsibility to make me good and happy. You must do that day and night, every time. If we are doing, all our past karma will slowly, slowly go away, and the time will come, you will feel they are there by your side, and all around you, people have started liking you. Things are also taking the positive thing way, everything is solved. Have faith, have faith, have faith. Things will be all right.
Ed Kaiser is asking, what advice can you give in regards to the practice of brahmacharya?
With the brahmacharya, it is very hard, very, very hard. The what you can do if you are not married yet, then obviously more brahmacharya means practicing celibacy. So you have to, if you are not married, then you have to practice celibacy. How? If you are a man, then you have to avoid the opposite sex. If you are a lady, the same thing, you have to avoid the opposite sex. And anything, any story, any scene, anything that give the that type of idea, that mind goes to that level, immediately you have to overcome by that way. That is the thing. How? Then you have to keep the mind on the higher level. As Swamiji said, Swami Vivekananda, mind has a spiritual level, intellectual level, and physical level. It is all the time, it likes to come to the physical level because that is the end, naturally. But you have to pump it up. If not the spiritual level, it is difficult. Keep it on the intellectual level. Read the holy books, listen to the good holy talks, discuss among your friends about that, and constantly think about it. Practice it for some days, some years, you will be able to overcome that. And when you start liking to listen to the God and read to the God and discuss about God, singing about God, your mind will be higher. Suppose you are a householder already married, nothing wrong as a husband, wife, you can live. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna Dev even permitted. Have one or two sons and the children, and then be happy, live like friends, like the brother and sister. Both are helping each other and proceeding towards God. That is also same brahmacharya, and in the householder's life. You can practice that too. Thank you. Thank you, friends. Thank you for the wonderful questions. Now, let us offer our pranam and then we conclude. Niranjanam nityam anantarupam bhaktanukampa धृतविग्रहं वै ईशावतारं परमेशमीड्यं तं रामकृष्णं शिरसा नमामः. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. You know that our Vedanta that we discuss is the first time in here in America. North America Vedanta Conference will be held in Alabama, is the state, and the city called Huntsville, the Huntsville city, Alabama. And if you go to North America Vedanta Conference, and immediately you will get their website, and if you want, you can attend. If you are here near in America, North, and then you can attend that. And almost all the monks, like I think 12 or 14 monks, and few 2-3 nuns, they are coming, 4 nuns. We'll be discussing Advaita Vedanta, Dvaita Vedanta, and Vishishta Advaita Vedanta. This is a complete. And I think it will be very interesting. It's the first time it is going to happen. And for us, I will go from there with some other Swamis to the another city. We'll from flight from there, Huntsville, to Detroit. It is in Michigan, and there a group of devotees, they have started one new ashrama. So we will go, and they have purchased a plot of land. We will go and have a program over there. Next day morning, I am coming back to the Chicago. And a very popular Swami Sarvapriyananda, he is also coming with us. And another very senior Swami from Sacramento, Swami Prapandanandaji, he will be coming with me. And as because the people came to know about Sarvapriyananda's coming, so he will be giving 3 days talk, and then the evening talk again in the Detroit, and coming, that it will be almost like 5 to 6 hours drive. But they want him to give a talk in Chicago, and that another group, they have invited him. And what is that? Matrix. Matrix is the hall. So there he will give the talk. Anyone can come over there. So this, I think I should tell you, those who are here nearby, if you like, you can avail these opportunities. Thank you very much. May Mother bless you all.